Alright, what's up, everyone? So, I think everyone's high has kind of died down a little bit from the reveal earlier today. Obviously, if you guys haven't seen my first two videos, you guys can go back and watch those. After that, I planned on uploading a review of the 10v10 and 20v20 game mode, and the whole game crashed, dude. If you guys didn't get a chance to watch it, pretty much the next few hours, though it was supposed to end about 2 to 2:30 my time, and they ended up streaming closer to 4:30, so an extra 2.5 hours because the game went down and they could not get anything working. They couldn't get the 20v20 going again, and they ended up just playing a bracket tournament of the gunfight mode. And they spent so much stupid time in that pre-game lobby that it wasn't even worth watching at that point. So with that being said, I think all of our highs have kind of died down a little bit. We're coming to our senses again, and we're starting to remember why we get so pissed off with these devs in the first place. So let's go ahead and get into some major stuff, and later on in the video I'll touch some minor points that I'd like to see fixed. I think the most obvious one being the elephant in the room. No radar. Come on, man. It didn't look terrible not having a radar because there was a UAV in the air almost the entire game. With that being said, though, these are streamers who are trying to provide a decent gameplay. Once the public gets their hands on this game, dude, nothing but camping is going to be going on. You might as well be going to the Camping World Tournament in 2020 because that's about what this damn game is about to be, dude. I really think it would be much better for them to implement maybe a playlist where it's, no radar until you get a UAV. I think every standard core playlist needs to have a radar, no matter what. And I think you could implement that within a few game modes, maybe. But dude, not the entire game, dude. The next one, and this is probably the biggest killer for me, is the fact that there's no dead silence in this game. There's also no SitRep Pro acoustic sensor, which some of you might be happy about. I don't care to listen to someone else's footsteps. Most of the time, it doesn't really help you unless the enemy is within knifing distance, really. The biggest problem for me is I get so pissed off listening to my own footsteps because I sound like an elephant running around the map that I can't play with a headset on. I really hate, if I don't have Dead Silenced unlocked in Black Ops 4, which I actually just spent my prestige token on because it pisses me off that much. But if I don't have Dead Silence, I don't play with a headset because I don't find it enjoyable. I would really like to see some form of Dead Silence implemented into the game. Not so much to hear your enemy's footsteps, but again, just to not have to listen to your own footsteps. That will drive me insane. The idea of kill streaks sounds good on paper, but in game, if you guys watch the streams, almost no one got kill streaks. Yeah, I mean, they're playing, most of the people at this tournament are decent video game players, but there was only a few of them that actually play Call of Duty. Most of them are Fortnite or Counter-Strike or Rainbow Six Siege. These COD YouTubers that were there should have crapped all over them, and that obviously did not happen. I think the whole time I watched today, I saw maybe 2 Predator missiles, and that was it. So hopefully some of the YouTubers who weren't allowed to stream will have some better gameplay. Again, dude, this promotes no objective play in this game. I'm not even an objective person, but I know it is annoying as hell because if you're playing domination and your team has 1 flag capped and the other team has 2, they now have shrunk your area in which you can respawn in, allowing them to sort of put a spawn trap, or at least spawn traps, I guess, the right word. You're not dying as soon as you spawn, but you're limited to the area of the map. I just don't see any reason to play the objective in this game. None at all. Why would you go hop on a flag when you can just camp right by the flag and pick off enemies trying to get on it? I think they're going to have to... The only way you're going to get someone to play the objective, at least for right now, is if you make the score points stupid ridiculous. I mean, whenever you cap a flag in Black Ops 4, I think XP-wise you get 100 points, but, only towards your score streak you get 50 or 100, something like that. Make it 1,000 points. Give someone a reason to go jump on that flag, pick up those tags and kill confirmed. I mean, there's no reason to. So I think that's going to be a huge double-edged sword eventually in the future. I think people are going to get pissed off and so sick of losing, especially if there's some sort of skill-based matchmaking in this game. That's a rip, man. And lastly, for my last major concern, is for the love of God, please shut the hell up about night maps. no one is really that interested in these night vision goggles. I mean, yeah, it's cool. It's something to market in your campaign strategy. Have these devs played Hacienda Twilight? That is literally the worst map in the history of Call of Duty. I hate Arsenal Sandstorm and Hacienda Twilight are the worst ideas in the history of the series. Whoever made those maps needs to be fired. I don't know, man. It's just, and you can't even aim down sights whenever you use the goggles. Oh, dude. I don't know, dude. I ain't about that life. So those are kind of my major concerns with the game so far. Some minor stuff I would like to say is I hate the fact that your screen turns super gray whenever you get shot, whenever you lose health. That just kind of makes it harder on you as a player to end up winning a gunfight. It disorients you as well. I mean, I understand like they're trying to take this realistic approach. I think they're trying to make it a little too realistic. We want the arcade feel of COD. At least I do. I can't speak for everyone. Some of you guys like Battlefield, so you want sort of a mix of Battlefield and COD. I am personally in favor of each game holding their own niche in the market. Battlefield being the realistic shooter, COD being the arcade shooter, Rainbow Six being realistic as fuck. Like, come on, man. Have some sense. With that being said, I think the gun movement is still a little too much. I'd like to see them tighten it up just a little bit. I just think whenever you're running, you know, between the super sprint, the normal sprint, aiming down sides, hip firing, all that stuff, I really think there's just a little bit too much gun movement. It's really not that bad if you really sit there and focus in, especially when they're using like a submachine gun and stuff. It's really not that bad, but it's still a little much, especially for a COD game. It'd be normal for a Battlefield game. I'd have no problem with it if I was playing Battlefield 3. This is Call of Duty though. Make it tight, make it arcadey. We don't want this gun all over the place, insane recoil. We all play COD because we can't shoot damn guns, and we want to have laser weapons. At least I do. Again, I can't speak for everyone. Some of you guys want a video game that actually takes skill or some shit like that. You know, good for you, but I just want to play a game for fun. I don't care about skill. I'm not trying to make it to COD World League this year. Maybe next year, though. Again, this is probably my last minor concern with the game, and that is that Ghost and Cold Blooded are in different perk slots. This creates a huge issue. It's still not quite as bad as MW2 Cold Blooded, where you are immune from radar and immune from kill streaks, but this is sort of the MW3 approach to it with Blind Eye and Assassin. Cold Blooded is going to allow you to stay hidden from the kill streaks, and Ghost will obviously keep you off the mini-map. Again, that's not really going to be the most useful perk, especially if we don't have a radar in the game. But, I mean, it's almost like how equivalent Ghost is in Black Ops 4 right now. With the whole Fog of War system, you still show up. So, it's honestly a pretty useless perk at this point. So, guys, there you go. There's my biggest concerns with the game. With all that being said, I do honestly like the way this game looks. It does look different, and it is a little weird. I think we'll all adapt to it. I remember thinking the exact same thing whenever I saw World War II, which honestly wasn't a terrible game. It was just ran by the devs in a bad way. Same thing with Black Ops 4. I really like the way Black Ops 4 plays. I mean, there are some things that I would definitely like to see changed. We all want to see operator mods go and things along those lines, especially with the Stingray, OP gun, pay to win, whatever you want to call it. I really do like the way Black Ops 4 plays. It is extremely fast compared to other Call of Duties, and I think most people are going to be turned off by this game whenever it comes launch day. We'll see, though. Honestly, dude, if you guys want my honest to God opinion, I think this game's going to hold its own for 3 to 4 months, and then by that time, the community will start dying out. Come January, December, that time of year, people are going to be getting different games for Christmas. You know, the new Madden, NBA, whatever games you guys play. I don't really know what else is out there. So COD's going to have a lot more competition. That's when microtransactions are going to go through the roof. This happens every year in the last, 5-6 years. It's no different. It's going to be the exact same thing. I mean, they can market all this bullshit of how they're going to be different. Dude, it doesn't matter. Give it 6 months. There will be hella microtransactions in this game, and we'll all be pissed off saying the exact same thing. I really hope Black Ops 5 doesn't have any microtransactions, whatever. They're going to be in the game. Let's just hope they're fair this year. Like, that's all we care about. We just want a chance to not have to pay for these guns, and maybe we could earn them a little bit better. I don't know, guys. Apparently, I'm just a guy on the internet giving my opinions. You know, whatever that's worth to you. But anyways, I think that's it for today's video. Like I said, I do kind of like this game. We'll see though. We'll see whenever we get the beta on our hands. By the way, before I end this real quick, if I can find it real quick, I'll throw it up on screen. If you're an Xbox PC player, you're getting absolutely bent over by Activision when it comes to the beta. If you're on PlayStation 4, I guess stay on PlayStation 4 at least until the beta is gone, because if you're on PS4, you get the beta for like 2.5 weeks or something ridiculous. If you're on Xbox, you get the beta for like 6 days. It is terrible. It does launch a little bit later than what we expected. I think September 12th or something like that. Like I said, if I can find it, I'll throw it up on screen. It's basically going to be like 2.5, 3 weeks there in the end of September. So you guys do have to pre-order the game as well to get access to the beta. Go ahead and give it a look. And like I said, if you're an Xbox player, spread them cheeks and use a little extra Vaseline, because it's going to suck, man. It's going to suck. But you know what? We can all make our actual opinions whenever we play the game. We're just people watching. And even the people playing this game, if you look at some of their post-game interviews, they don't seem super excited about this game. They'll be like, yeah, it's cool. I really like it. It's like not genuine. Like they have to really fake it. I can't remember. I think it was Shroud that was saying this, and he did not. You could tell he did not really like this game. He almost looked uncomfortable and like he was ready to be done playing it. I mean, these guys obviously can't come out here and talk crap about the game. They can give a little bit of constructive criticism, kind of like what I did in this video. Here's a problem, here's why I think it should be changed, and here's what it would cause in the future if it was fixed, and how it would make life so much better. They can't come out here and say this game is dog shit, and I wouldn't pay $60 for it. I would maybe pay $40 for it. They can't say that. They won't get an invite back. And these invites get them hella views. So, I mean, views equal money in today's world, fellas. So, anyways, that's it for today's video. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up here. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe if you're new. Leave a like if you enjoyed the content. And I'll catch you guys next time. Later.